Hello and welcome to my latest video. Today I'm in Ashby De La Zouch here in Leicestershire. Now what a lovely town it is too. Come with me and we'll walk around the town and we'll see all the good things in Ashby. This here is the Louden Monument, a memorial to the Countess of Louden. There's a sign over there, let's see what it says. This is the Louden Memorial, 1879. Remembering Edith Maud Hastings, who later married Charles Frederick Clifton and then became, in her own right, the Countess of Louden. She lived at Wilsley Hall and then moved on to Donington Park, and she's known for looking after the local miners who'd suffered accidents at the Moira Colliery. And this monument here is a memorial to her and her great works looking after people in the area. This section of the monument says here that she sprung from an illustrious ancestry, herself possessed their noblest qualities. The people of Ashby De La Zouch and its neighbourhood have raised this cross as a tribute of admiration and of love. Well, that's nice, isn't it? And it's an impressive sight, isn't it? Very nice. It's nice round here. This is Ashby De La Zouch. It looks like a very nice English town. There's nice things here. There's nice people here. It's good. I'm liking it. This is Ellesmere Green, the site of 18th century horse fairs. You can imagine it back in the day. There's the Bowling Green Inn. What looks like an ordinary sweet shop here on the green in Ashby De La Zouch. But those offices, those rooms upstairs, they've got a bit more of a history, a bit more of a past. Let's find out all about that now. The offices above the sweet shop there were the first home of Ashby Computers and Graphics Limited, and they were trading as Ultimate Play the Game. You may have heard of them. They were British computer game developers and publishers. They released a number of successful games for Spectrum, Commodore, Amstrad, all sorts. They came up with Jetpack, Sabre Wolf. What else did they come up with, Rich? They came up with Psst. They came up with Attic Attack. They came up with Jetman, Jetpack. They came up with Cookie, the Trans Am, all these different games here. Can you tell I'm trying to scroll down and find them on my other screen here? They founded all these games here, and they were one of the big players in the Spectrum and the Commodore world back in the 80s, and they were founded here above this sweet shop. That's pretty cool, isn't it? Across the road from me is the War Memorial and the Garden of Remembrance here. It was VE Day this week. We remember victory in Europe, and there's a bench here remembering 8th of May 1945, VE Day. And the rest of the garden is suitably decked out with memories of those days and the lives that people gave for their country, for us. And the poppy displays here, and the artwork. And the sign here that says, "Lest we forget," and all the poppies. And the War Memorial here. Here in Ashby. It's certainly a busy little town here. Lots of people come out in the sunshine to their shopping, to have a look round Ashby. It's nice. It's a good place to come. Above a number of the shops, the artwork you've got here. There's an arts festival in Ashby this weekend, and you can tell there's lots of creative people in the area who've put a lot of work into making the town look nice, making everything look really welcoming and displaying their talents. It's nice. Ashby's good. It's a good balance with chain shops and independents as well. There's lots of food places, lots of places for people to come and enjoy. Across from me you've got the Loros shop, and next to that it says TUDA Court, and the ancient and the old style design of the building blends in nicely with the rest of the buildings along the main shopping area here. So I've got that design there. All these ones along here. This one established in the reign of George IV with a clock above the opticians. And you've got this one's here which is more of an ornate design here. Across the road is the pub here, the Bull's Head, and there's a plaque on the wall. So let's go and have a look what that plaque says now. The blue plaque says, previously known as the Swan, the Bull's Head dates back to the 1590s and is possibly the oldest house in Ashby. And this blue plaque's being presented by Ashby De La Zouch Town Council. The Bull's Head. As I mentioned, there's quite a few bars and eateries along this main street here. Another blue plaque behind me as well, so let's find out what this says. This is the Queen's Head pub, formerly known as the Angel Inn, an 18th and early 19th century coaching inn. The manorial or court leet was held here. That's pretty funky lighting in this under area here, liking that. And this here is St Helens, which is Ashby Girls Grammar School. It's a big old building at the end of the street here with a nice orange flowers in the garden area at the front as well. Ashby Girls Grammar School here on Market Street. And at the end of Market Street there's this nice little garden area here with these plants and the flowers here. It's nice the town's taken interest in making sure there's somewhere nice to sit, somewhere nice to enjoy, and somewhere to sit down and eat your marmalade sandwiches. Yes, that's a sight I didn't think I'd expect to see today. Paddington Bear in Ashby De La Zouch. Here he is. Say hello, Paddington. Hello, Paddington. So here he is, our mate Paddington, visiting Ashby. There's a sign here. It's a celebration of the film Paddington in Peru, or rather Paddington in Ashby De La Zouch. Hello, Paddington. And his label says, please look after this bear. Thank you. This garden area is really nice. It's been planted by the Ashby Spa Women's Institute to commemorate the Platinum Jubilee of Queen Elizabeth II, April 2022. Behind me is the Venture Theatre. Do you want to go in and have a look round and see what's happening in there? Go on, let's do this. So this is the Venture Theatre here in Ashby. Owned by a local community group. This here is Lane Muse. He was the founder of Ashby Dramatic Society, who own and run the building here. They have all different kind of productions on here. They have people coming in, and also being a dramatic society, they have their own works that they put on, and they're actually rehearsing at the moment for one of their upcoming plays at the moment. We can't use the words in it, but we'll have a quick look round in here. I'll put some music on over the top of this. This community group's been going for about 100 years, and they bought this Venture Theatre, and it's an old schoolroom that they've extended on to turn into that lovely little theatre they've got there. It's great when things like that happen, to be able to kind of get things happening for the community for decades and decades and generations to come. That's fantastic. Well done, Ashby. I am now outside Ivanhoe School. Now Ivanhoe, the novel by Sir Walter Scott, set in 1194, mentions Ashby De La Zouch as one of the locations, as the jousting took place in Ashby De La Zouch. And now Ivanhoe is a popular area and a name for lots of things in the Ashby De La Zouch area. Ivanhoe. It's also one of Emil Heskey's middle names. Didn't know that, did you? Now you do. Ivanhoe School, a journey to excellence. And it's also the venue of one of the venues for the Ashby De La Zouch Arts Festival. There's a pop-up art centre here at Ivanhoe School. Just along from the theatre and Ivanhoe School, you've got Ashbury Museum here. I do think it's nice when towns have a museum that's close to the town centre. You got a circular iron window frame from a building, and you got pictures of the jousting. Jousting, obviously, we've just mentioned, featured in Walter Scott's book Ivanhoe, that was set partly in Ashby De La Zouch. The museum is housed in an old school dating back to 1836. It says National and Infant Schools 1836 and enlarged in 1912. And that's next door to the library service and all different kind of things next door in the council building that's part of this. That's good. And here's the library. But my attention's drawn to this item over here. Now, this looks like some kind of sundial, but it's a bit different to the usual ones we see. What's it say? On the plaque it says this armorial sundial was created by public donations by Ashby Civic Society to celebrate the millennium. There you go. An armorial sundial. In case you're in any doubt, it's currently 11:30 AM. I don't think sundials work at night. Another example of the artwork here in Ashby. There's the Doctor Who TARDIS here. This is Lane Muse, which is a lovely name. It's a nice little alleyway down here, lots of independent places, nice little coffee shop and wine bar there. It's good, lots of things going on here. Let's have a walk down TUDA Court now. Bit of work going on at the moment, but it says it's open as normal. Looks like a bit of an eatery or tea shop round here. People enjoy themselves in the sunshine here. And here you've got a nice plant stall and selling fruit and veg as well. You get mangoes, strawberries, blueberries, even rhubarb. Reminds you of back home. Very good. Some more artwork above the shops. John Logie Baird, father of television. All the BBC things from back in the day. Remember that? The old test card. Hehe. I need to remind you, don't I? I need to remind you, click like, click subscribe, leave a comment below as to your thoughts of Ashby De La Zouch. Let's move on. Round here is through these trees into the bath grounds. Let's explore this area now. The bath grounds, home of the Ivanhoe Spa. That sounds cool. Let's see if we can try and find that. I've been impressed by the floral displays around Ashby this morning. These look beautiful. Great to see. What a lovely open space. There's people about to have a picnic, people walking their dogs, people playing cricket. The park's got a green flag award. And that there is the old Ivanhoe baths, having a bit of refurb done at the moment, having a bit of a do-over. This lovely row of terraced houses here has its own blue plaque. This here is Coffee House Terrace. It's built in the 1820s for visitors to the Ivanhoe Spa further down the road. Coffee House Terrace. Oh, very nice. And here is the entrance to Ashby De La Zouch Castle, imposing royalist stronghold, an English heritage site. Want a cheap version? Here it is, here's a drawing of it. Let's try and see if we get a closer look down this road here. This here is Ashb Castle. It's important for us to remember and celebrate our history, our heritage, and remember all the amazing things that have happened in the past. And these buildings are astounding. Got to thank the people here at Ashby Castle for allowing me to see all the good things here. Definitely recommended you come and have a tour around Ashby Castle. Here is Ashby Castle. Information here as to why it's called Ashby De La Zouch. The town takes its name from a Breton family called La Zouch, who owned the manor of Ashby in the 13th and 14th centuries. There we go. That's why we know now. What a great building this is. Can you see the birds right up there? All the way up there. They're big old things, aren't they? Next to the castle you've got Ashby Tennis Club here. Got a number of decent courts here for people to keep active in Ashby. That's great. This grand old building is the Ashby De La Zouch Town Hall and Market. Building dates back to 1856. Got this nice flower stall on the end here with some sunflowers on the inside as well. And it looks a very nice place inside there, all decked out for VE Day with the flags hanging out across the market there. It's very nice, isn't it? Lovely. Whenever I go anywhere I like to treat myself to something local. So at the cheese stall in here I asked about Red Leicester, seeing as I'm in Leicestershire, and he gave me some mature Red Leicester, which was even nicer. So I treated myself to a piece of mature Red Leicester here in Leicestershire. Very good. Nearly every town I go to has got a Wetherspoons. This one here is called the Shoulder of Mutton on this busy junction here. Let's try and find out a bit of history about the Shoulder of Mutton. The earliest record of this public house is in the will of Samuel Adam, written in 1757. The inn was originally only number 1 Market Street, but in 1841 number 3 on the right as you look at the building was occupied by a saddler, followed by a plumber, ironmonger and bootmaker. By the 1930s it was a wool shop and only became part of the Shoulder of Mutton in recent times. And these premises were refurbished by Wetherspoons and opened in October 2013. The Shoulder and Mutton. I like to take something away with me when I visit somewhere, so I might handily just call into here to the Handmade Brownie Company. I love a brownie. Let's go and see what they've got to offer. Right, I've been in, got my box of brownies. 4 brownies for £13. Good bargain that. So I'll enjoy those for the rest of the weekend. Right, let's go find somewhere else to see. There's some very nice, stylish shops round this end of town. There's a homeware shop and a jeweller's next door. All the way down to the Memorial So that just about concludes my tour of Ashby De La Zouch today here in Leicestershire. I've had a really enjoyable time, lots of nice things here in Ashby, and such a nice pleasant walk around the town, meeting some lovely people, buying some nice things from the shops, seeing some of the history of Ashby and the nice buildings they've got there, the blue plaques, the shops, good stuff. I do recommend coming to Ashby, it's worth coming to. I only wish I could stay longer and have a drink and something to eat here as well, but at least I've got my brownies to take home with me. Happy days. Right, don't forget, click like, click subscribe. See you on the next video. Bye bye for now.